This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast from the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up with promo code GOLF SGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Check out the SGPN app in the App Store. All of our picks, all of our podcasts is in one place for free. Just type in SGPN in the App Store and you will find it there. All right, guys, we are live with the first DFS show of the season. The PGA Tour is back. The Hawaii swing is starting, and we got primetime golf. How can we not be excited? I'm recording the show on a Sunday because I am heading to Hawaii tomorrow morning to cover the event, to get boots on the ground, to give you the winner like we do week by week. So I'm excited to get out there and report back and talk some G. But let's not waste any time. I have to no, I'm not even going to bring up the DFS board. I'm just going to run through the pricing. We'll start with the guy at the top because he's in his own world. Xander Schauffele is up at the top at $11,000. Some surprises when the field dropped. Obviously, no Scotty Scheffler. I talked about in the betting show that Rory was playing this event. He's not playing this event. I thought he was going to. He was obviously qualified, and I thought he was going to make the trip, but I don't think he really cares enough to fly to Hawaii then fly back for the TGL. Not that many TGL guys are playing in this event because they don't want to fly back to Florida for the week. So it's going to be interesting to see which guys are going to stay for the Sony, because there's definitely some names that usually do it, like play the Sentry, then play the Sony, but it could be different. So Xander Schauffele, we're going to talk about him right at the top, playing this event, an event that he has played very well in his career. He's won this event before. He's finished runner-up. He's got another top 5. And yeah, with this like kind of watered down top of the board, I think Xander Schauffele is going to be an easy click for everyone, a 37% click, something like that, but a needed click. I think he is going to find his way. We know Xander's bread and butter, a no-cut event, a 4-day sweat for Xander to backdoor a T4. That's what he does best on a course that he plays really well on. I'm definitely down for him. We haven't seen him in a while, but I think he's just going to pick up where he left off in 2020 and 2024, start the new year with I'm not saying he's going to win, but I think for DFS purposes, he could be in that optimal lineup, probably will be in that optimal lineup. So I'm down. The next guy below him, or the next range, Patrick Cantlay, Ludwig Aubert, Justin Thomas, Hideki Matsuyama, Sung J M. Those guys are all 9.5 and above. So we'll group them together. Another guy who I think is going to be fairly chalky is Sung J M. Sung J M at $9,500, but I think he's going to be another click that can make you money, because what do we know about Sung J M? He doesn't win, but he is a money printer. He finishes T8 in events like this. He makes a ton of birdies. He set the record for birdies on in a single PGA Tour event. I believe it was last year in this event. So Sung J makes so much sense at his price, and yeah, I do think he's going to be chalky, but everyone's going to go up and grab Justin Thomas at $9,700 because you're running the models. You're seeing the recent form of the fall. JT's played really well here before. JT's won on this golf course before. JT fucks in Hawaii. Everyone's going to go to Justin Thomas at $9,700. So interesting to see really where the rest of that dispersion goes. In the middle, Hideki Matsuyama at $9,600. I can really see him getting overlooked because he doesn't have the best course history here. He doesn't play this event every year dating back to his entire career. And like, it just feels like an event that no one would really care to pencil in Hideki. But we know Hideki can make birdies in bunches. We know he could pop at any time. And when Hideki kind of goes overlooked, that's when I like him. So is there a chance that Hideki can finish T4 in this event at 9%? Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah. So I really do like Hideki Matsuyama. Patrick Cantlay, I think he's a better bet than DFS play. I don't know if I love that price tag where he is, being the second highest priced golfer. And then Ludwig. I do think Ludwig is going to have a decent week. I do think this is a golf course that's great for Ludwig. Have him bomb it around and then make a ton of birdies. That's what he does really, really well. So from this middle 9K range, I'm going to rank my favorite in terms of ownership and how they'll play. So I'm going to go 1, Sung Jae. I'm going to go 2, Ludwig. 3, Decky. 4 JT, 5 Patrick Cantlay. Going down to Victor Hovland at $9,300, Tony Finau at $9,100, and Sam Burns at $9K. That's the bottom of the $9K range. Between these three, I think Sam Burns is the click. I do think Sam Burns does not have good course history here, but you get him on Bermuda, you get him on a golf course that he could just send the driver as far as he wants to and then go tap in and make birdies. Makes a ton of sense on paper for Sam Burns. And like I said with Tony, I don't think he cares. I don't know why he's even here. He's going to get his paycheck. But I'm not sweating Tony Finau to be T35 on Sunday and hoping he shoots like a 64 to backdoor T10. I'm not sweating that. And then Victor, I'm totally in wait and see mode with Victor. With that being said, I don't think he'll be chalky, but I'm just going to wait for Victor Hovland to just see how he feels because he has that toe thing. I'm not sure how he will be. Victor, going to wait and see. So bottom of the 9K range, Sam Burns is my guy. Going to the top of the 8K range, Akshay, Wyndham, Corey Connors, Sahith, Ben On. I love this range. So I'll go down to the full 8K range. Russell Henley, Bob Mack, Adam Scott, and Max Grazerman. This is a shorter range, but I really do like it. Akshay Bhatia, honestly, priced up a bit higher than I thought he would be first time playing this event. But everyone knows if you get Akshay around a body of water, he fucks. So he's played really well on courses where you have to hit the driver really far and make a ton of birdies. He can definitely heat it up. I don't trust the putter in a birdie fest necessarily, but he's done it before, and I think he will play well. He's just a young stud, like ready to branch out and win and mix in a big event. And I think the same exact thing about Sahith Theegala, and I think this is a great golf course for Sahith Theegala. Cheap, and he's cheap, and he obviously almost won this tournament last year, so I think he will garner some ownership. That leaves Ben On at $8,400. I think Ben On could be – I think he'll be fair ownership. I don't think he'll be super cheap or super owned, but I think he's going to be a really, really great click because Ben On can absolutely smoke the ball off the tee, make a ton of gains with the driver, have himself short irons and wedges into some holes on this big golf course. And with Ben On, it's always the putter, but he's made insane strides in 2024 with the putter. And I do think it's going to pay dividends sooner than later. He's a hungry golfer who wants to win. Obviously, he almost won in Hawaii last year at the Sony. So he's got those good vibes coming back to him. He lost in a playoff, I believe. So I'm down with Ben On in this middle of his 8K range. Wyndham Clark makes a ton of sense at the top. It's a golf course where, yeah, you have to bomb it and make birdies. That's what Wyndham Clark does best. Fits his game to a T. I don't think he's going to garner a ton of ownership. Corey Connors, I can see him coming in at 6%, but I don't trust Corey Connors to get to minus 25. I really, really don't. If he's really cheap, I think just by default, you might have to click him because he's just sure. Actually, no, I'm just out on Corey Connors, even if he's cheap, because I'm just not sweating Corey Connors in a putting contest. Russell Henley, get him on Bermuda. He's plays well in Hawaii. He's played well. He hasn't played well here before, though. This is not really a Russell Henley golf course on paper. Bob Mack, like him in difficult conditions. Adam Scott, I can see Adam Scott getting out to a first-round lead, getting super hot at one point. Finishing T6, I think Adam Scott could be definitely a good click. Max Grazerman at 8K. He's going to continue to go down in price because I think he's going to start playing some poor golf. Grazerman did so much with the driver and so much with the putter, which makes sense. Like you want a driver putter build on this golf course, but I just cannot trust what Grazerman did with the putter last year to really just continue happening in 2024. So I'm going to take a backseat to Max Grazerman, at least for the foreseeable future. We got some Hoagie first round leader comments in the chat from Ryan Kellogg. What's good, Ryan Kellogg? I like that. I like that thought with Hoagie first round leader. So where is Hoagie priced? Is he even in this field? He's $6,600? Shit. We'll get to the 6K range in a little bit. Before we get to the 6K range and the 7K range, really quickly, got to do a quick ad read. Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Pick'em has one of the biggest menus for all sports. You can win up to 1,000x with Underdog Streaks. Underdog is always making it easier to win with profit boosts and gimme Pick'ems, NFL, college football, college hoops, MMA, NASCAR, and more. So sign up with code GOLFSGPN to claim your special pick plus first-time deposit offer up to $1,000. Underdog Fantasy promo code GOLFSGPN. We're also brought to you by MyBookie. MyBookie has been around for years and supporting SGPN for years. Check out their new and improved website. It's great on mobile, props for every game in the live dealer casino. Even a new early cash out option for MyBookie. So head to mybookie.com, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. MyBookie AG, promo code SGPN. And finally, SGPN's proud partner, Rhythm, the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom and predictive betting models in seconds. So you can build your own model, copy one of theirs, or have Rhythm build one for you. You can now track props in the Rhythm app. So NFL, college hoops, college football, NBA, Rhythm has it all. Claim your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. Okay. 7K range, 6K range, and then we're going to get out of here. Did I just leave the studio? What the fuck? Am I hear him. All right, we're good. I don't know what just happened. I do not know what's going on. Hold on. We're good? No, we're not. Something just happened in my stream. Give me a second. Um, Now we're good. Now you hear me, I hope. If you can't hear me, just leave a comment, but I think we are good. Okay. That was very weird. 7K range. Davis Thompson, Siwoo Kim, Cam Young, Jason Day, JT Poston are the guys at the top of the 7K range. If I have to pick one, it's probably Cam Young, although he's blacklisted from the betting cards this year. But you just think of a golf course that you want Cam Young on. Hit driver in every fucking hole and make birdies. That's what Cam Young does. Does he have guts? No. Is he going to win? No. Will he be 8 under after day 1 and probably finish 8 under? Maybe. I'm just kidding. Cam Young can definitely make a ton of birdies on this golf course and finish with a pathetic T9. I'm down, but at $7,700, that is a mega discount for Cameron Young. At the top, Siwoo Kim. Siwoo Kim is a golfer who does not like this golf course because he's played here a few times and he's never played well. I kind of struggle to see him making birdies sometimes, but when Siwoo is coming in 8% in the 7K range, we know what his ceiling can be. Davis Thompson, a young stud, a birdie maker as well, first time here. I don't hate it. I really don't hate it, but if I have to pick one guy from here, it's Cam Young. Middle of this 7K range, we got Jason Day, JT Poston, Keegan Bradley, Taylor Pendrith, Alex Noren. This is a golf course that's built for Taylor Pendrith, but I do think that is the consensus, and people do know that. I don't want Taylor Pendrith if he's the outlier 13% guy in this 7K range. I prefer to pivot up to JT Poston because although he's not the longest off the tee, he can get scorching hot with the putter. And I thought 2024 was going to be a breakout year for JT Poston, and obviously he won in the fall swing after the season ended. But he did have a baby, and that could have held him back, truthfully. So JT Poston is back, and I think the floodgates could open. But I don't mean he's going to just go off and win a couple events. But I think JT Poston can be a serious contender for like a captain's pick on the Ryder Cup and just have a really good season. And that could start in Hawaii with a ton of birdies being made. So I like JT Poston as a pivot in the middle of this 7K range. Bottom of the 7K range is not great. I do not think Noren, Harmon, Bez, or Jake Knapp are great clicks, or Matt Fitz. But Matt Fitz is so damn cheap. He finished T7 here before. If Matt Fitz is sub 8, sub 7, you might just have to click him. Because although you want Matt Fitz in a difficult conditions golf course, can definitely make birdies. He's finished in the top 10 here before. And this is the cheapest Matt Fitz has been in a long time. And I know he's this cheap for a reason, but I think it could. He's definitely been grinding in the offseason, and who knows? We'd feel stupid if Matt Fitz finishes T6 and we're like, oh my God, he was $7,200. I'm down. I'm definitely down. But the guy in the bottom, I like the bottom of the 7K range a lot. Nick Dunlap, Austin Eckroat, Max Homa. One of those guys will finish inside the top 5. So Nick Dunlap is a guy who can definitely send it off the tee and can definitely make a ton of birdies. He's 21 years old and he's won 2 birdie fest. Why overthink it? The kid's a stud. The kid knows how to win. The kid knows how to play. Austin Eckroat also has two PGA Tour wins. Like, the fact that Nick Dunlap and Austin Eckroat have combined 4 wins last year and that is more than anyone in this field. And they're priced $7K. Why overthink it? These guys are going to play well. And then that leaves Max Homa. What Max Homa has struggled with all year has been the driver. He has the driver yips, and it's true. He looked a lot more confident off the tee at the Nedbank, which is a good thing for Max Homa, but which I think is going to be good for him. So I get Max Homa in the fairway. He can hit it wherever the fuck he wants off the tee, and he's been good into the greens, on the greens. I'm down for Max. Like, the dude's 100-1 this week or around there. He's played really well here. He's not played really well, but he's played well enough here in the past. He's got, I think, a top 3 or top 4 finish a few years back. So I'm down for Max Homa at $7,100. If he's missing fairways here, just retire, dude. Just absolutely retire. Okay, top of this 6K range, some birdie makers. Eric Cole, not Will Zalatoris. Eric Cole, Harry Hall, Sepp Straka. I think Harry Hall and Sepp Straka have a really nice ceiling, and they make sense for a golf course like this. Harry Hall is a driver putter guy, and he's getting more comfortable with the irons. If that all connects, he could easily finish this out of the top 10. Sepp's kind of had a little bit of a slow. No, he finished T9 at the Hero, which I guess that's not good. That's a 20-man field. So I don't mind what I'm saying about Sepp. But you get Sepp on Bermuda. I think the golf course makes sense for him. He's not the longest guy off the tee, but he could definitely fill it up. This middle of this 6K range, I know we talked about Tom Hoge before, but between Thomas Dietrich, Stefan Jaeger, Cam Davis, and Tiger Echeverria, these guys can surely play, can surely top 10. This Dietrich's a driver putter guy. He can get scorching hot, definitely roll in 20-plus birdie putts. Jaeger's a bomber who can get scorching hot into the greens. Perfect golf course for him. And it's also a perfect golf course for Cam Davis. Finished T10 here back in 2022. Probably can see myself betting or having a lot of Cam Davis stock this week. Bottom of the 6K range, I think Adam Hadwin. They're basically the same player. Adam Hadwin is a really good candidate. Adam Hadwin's played well here before in his career. And he's a golfer who loves the West Coast, likes the early season, and can definitely make birdies in bunches. Down to the bottom of the 6K range, this is also a golf course built for Chris Gotterup, guy who can just send it off the tee as far and as long as he wants, hit driver on every damn hole. I do worry about the putter, but it does make sense on paper for Chris Gotterup. He definitely should be amped to be in this field. So that's the DFS preview. Any questions, you know where to find me. And a ton of content coming this week. Stay tuned. I'm going to be in Hawaii as of tomorrow. So any questions, hit me up on Twitter, and let's cash some winners. Let's cash some lineups. Catch you guys next week.